War. War never changes.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Angry Cast and Fallout 76. How y'all doing? Hey, we're gonna just take a quick trip through. Whoosh. We're gonna take a quick trip. Well, it may not be quick. I'm gonna try to keep it quick. Through all of the quests that are needed to complete Ally, for her, the woman who fell to Earth, that whole thing. I recorded it. All of the bits and pieces, we're going to go through each one. They're fairly simple fetch or kill missions, typically. Fetch something, bring it back to Sofia, go out, kill something, and let Sofia know. That's basically it, like any other of the ally quests. But there's a lot of them, and they range from simple to you can just sneak through. You don't even have to talk to anybody. You don't have to deal with anything. To very involved, where you have to make your way through a quote unquote dungeon, getting through, and it's ones you've probably already been through before, and getting through to a spot. So they can be hard because of all the the monsters that may be in your way. But let's go ahead and get to it, and we'll take it away. And I will provide commentary through all of it. I've recorded everything ahead of time. I'm going to just comment. So let's take care of it and let's get to it. Alright, let's kick it all off. After some brief dialogue with her at your camp at the console that you had to buy, or build, I should say. She's going to send you on a quest called One Small Step. Like I said, most of these quests are fetch and or kill quests. Fairly simple. The most tedious part of all of these is just the dialogue. In fact, I don't even recommend you even have to go through all the dialogue. I don't know that there's anything that you're going to gain other than information about the story, which there's a fairly, it's a fairly cool, almost macabre story in itself. But let's get what we need to get from her and get out there to go retrieve what she needs.
No. Oh. You know...
It's totally optional, your choice if you want to listen to all the dialogue options.
Copy.
Doesn't have to be. Alright, let's get into our map. Now, for some reason, that was bugged. I could not get them to show up on the map at all. In fact, I kept getting stuck in the corner map. So here it is, the National Radio Astronomy Research Center, which, of course, is, if you don't know it already, it's got a lot of scorched inside. But you can avoid most of them if you can. Some you're not going to be able to get around. But you need to get all the way up to the top and then go around to the other side and head down a set of steps to the basement, to this door, where you can go down to a reactor room or a fusion generator room where there are a couple more scorched and it's like a hole in the wall. A hole on the wall. So, and I don't know what it is that they're just standing still and eventually they come to. I don't understand. Usually they I mean, I get it. They all end up in that position anyways, but for the most part before. Maybe that's something with the update from the 63 update or whatever they called it. So in this trunk in the corner is where the scanner upgrade is. Take what you want and then head back to camp to talk to Sofia, which this is going to be a lot of your time is talking to Sofia, especially as we get further into the quests, because there is another person involved that is the dialogue becomes banal. So yep, we got it in. Doom, boom, we're good. So she's going to give us some rewards, and I don't know if it's the same reward as everybody else. But my reward, I like my rewards from this quest. Somebody actually commented that this is the worst ally to have in the game. But I mean, I got a full set of combat armor by the time I was done, so I am not going to complain at all. So that completes one small step. Then we're going to head out and do the next quest, which is in case of emergency. Okay, in case of emergency, basically, gotta go just collect more things. It's another fetch quest. It is at the Clancy Manor And if you've never been to Clancy Manor, it's not very far from Vault 76. It's up towards the top of the map. Again, I could not get him to show on the map, but if you can see this little road here that runs towards Wavy Willers, where Hemlock Holes is at, there's a house right about there, which is Clancy Manor. I hadn't discovered it yet, so if you have it on your map, you can find it. Again, I don't know why these aren't showing on. Maybe it's just me, but the pointers are not showing until I get on site. So I've had to actually look up where these locations are. Otherwise, I'd never find them. But right there is where Clancy Manor is. All right, once you get there, you're going to have to deal with the cultists. There's just no way around it. I mean, you could probably sneak in, but where that guy's standing, or I should say above where that guy's standing, there's another walkway to that tree that I'm looking at, and that leads to the roof, and there is a thing on the roof that you can go collect, which has the with the parts you need. Now, I kind of goofed around and thought, okay, fine. Where can I get in through here? But obviously, I did not realize that this was like a dead end. It was like an accessible area, but I really couldn't do anything with it. So, just work your way around and get up to the top inside. I had to go through the back to get there. Like I said, once inside, make your way to the roof, take out any bad guys that you see, and then on the other side, well, let me go turn off the radio, of course. But on the other side of the roof, more loot, because, gotta have all the loot. God sakes, my God. Trying to do a show here, man, and you're like just checking everything you can find. But I do need the duct tape. I need to repair stuff. But you can see out there on the roof, there is that thing that we're looking for. I don't know why I decided to come up here, but right there. There you go. USS A supply crate. Alright, back to Sofia. Turn in the quest, and then we get more loot. Yay. And of course, we gotta go through all of our dialogue options to get to the next quest. It's not horribly long, but I tend to skip through most of it because I really don't care. There's actually a cool story that goes to all of this, about her being in space and the other people in the experiment who we go look for later on. Okay, so what do we get from her? Looks like we got Stimpack, combat armor limbs for plans, strengthened combat armor limbs, so that's cool. So let me go get some stuff out of here. My inventory, I keep getting screwed on my inventory. Okay, next up is the Valerie Galleria for the next quest, which is in case of emergency. We gotta get to the Valerie Gallery. We gotta go retrieve the beacon. Oh wait, no. Shit. Yeah, no, bring home the beacon. I'm sorry. That was retrieve the USA beacon at the Valerie Galleria. So make your way across. And then there was a death claw over there. I didn't want to deal with him. You can basically skip a lot of the scorched in the area. Some you're going to have to deal with, especially when you get inside to the building, because there are a few in your way. But for the most part, you can pretty much make your way across the parking lot and not have to deal with them. I do get rid of one because I didn't think I was going to make it into the building. So I kind of sneak my way around the outside. And then he just was happily, walking across the parking lot towards me, so I figured I might as well take care of him. But I'll maybe see if he walks away. But apparently he doesn't. He's right there. But if he's far enough away from everything else that I think I can take him out without anybody noticing. So we'll just let him get in, position. Hello? Sir? Alright, well. Close enough. Ooh, half his health. Alright. Bye. Alrighty. Let's get in. of course, go check for ammo. But let's go enter the building, and then we have to work our way into the top floor and find a trunk that holds the item we need. It's actually in the Valley's Boutique. Valley's Boutique upstairs. So I pretty much ignored everything else and just made it my way to the left. To, to this side. Just, sneak along the way. You can stay hidden. It pretty much won't bother you. There is some water between you and your destination, so don't hang about. And there's probably about 3 or 4 scorched between you and the steamer trunk. And, pick up anything along the way that you might find that's worth it. One single cap is worth it. Alright. Wow. There we go. One up top. And I think 2 more in the room behind it. Oh, come on. Yeah, we'll take care of him when we get up there. Or, yeah, take care of him right now. Here we go. Up the escalator, take care of everybody, and then inside the room at the back of the Valley's Boutique is the trunk with the bacon and a bunch of other loot you can take. Nothing big, but still good stuff always. Alrighty.
Oh, hey.
Back to Sofia, turn in the quest, and get your loot.
I know I would.
More dialogue, dialogue.
To
start the next quest.
Is heading right for us. It seems like after the signal approached this place, it just spun around and took off. It was strange. Sudden. Think you could just sneak over? Okay, just listen. Affirmative.
She always answers affirmative, but that means we've completed the quest. Bring home the beacon, and for that I'm going to get the following loot. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but I got a purified water, grenade rounds, and right-away recipe. So next one starts, the universe conspires. That is going to take us out to Dire Chemical, that fun place with a bunch of robots and gulpers everywhere. Not a fun joint. I've been there a few times and I don't like it. It's on that side of the map, all the way down there. Get there, and then just, of course, look to your right, and there's always going to be sort of a gulper hanging about. But move your way, and you basically just, with any of these quests, you don't really need to know. I can't tell you the specifics. I can, but I'm saying, just follow the map, follow the dot on your map, and you'll find it. The Assaultatron happened to be nestled among a bunch of other Robo-Brains, which I didn't want to deal with, but hopefully the Assaultatron can separate itself from everybody else and come after you, and you can just deal with it instead of everything else, because the last thing you want to deal with is Robo-Brains on top of this sucker, because Assaultatrons are not fun to begin with. But try to get much as you can out of him before he gets to you. And yeah, he's going to get to me. So just keep wearing him down, always powering up that weapon. You gotta watch that thing. I got lucky, then I had a little bit of assistance from the mysterious stranger showed up and took some focus away so I could work on taking him out. And there he goes. Boom. Of course, after this you don't get to see it, but the gulper decided to join in the fight. But I'm getting out of here before I even have to deal with it. Let's get back to Sofia and claim our reward. Oh, yeah, he's sleeping, but not for long. Alright. Turn it in, we all win.
Is
Oh, yeah. This, of course, is when Emerson shows up.
Who are you?
Emerson, if you don't know, is a bit of a acquaintance of
Well, you look
Sophia.
exactly the
They
same.
were they were involved with each other when they were both at university, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
Emerson?
They started a relationship and then continued into grad school, so they were in graduate school, but it didn't work out, and they stayed friends, and they even went camping in Appalachia together several times. They both joined USSA, and again, this dialogue is the most boring dialogue in the entire game that I've met so far, and it takes forever, and it's funny because I'm locked in, and I'm just like going back and forth between the two of them. I'm not even doing anything. So, and I don't trust him right off the bat. I don't trust him. But eventually, they were both in charge, or they were both part of this Deep Sleep mission with Arctos Pharmacy Project
He has
Z,
helped me out quite
and then eventually all part of the same thing. And then for some reason, he's still around. Now, of course, he wasn't on the space mission, so that's why he's much older than her now. Because when she was in space, she didn't age for some reason.
There's a bunch of them out there.
So,
They used to
oi, let's get on with it, shall we?
For signatures at a constant.
So this is just gonna happen all the time?
That's good. I'm glad.
I am too.
That will. But that's a talk for. Anyway.
Okay, Emerson. My friend and I have a signal to
I know.
It was an assault charge, huh? But... Can you go and see what's there? If you do find them, then... It's possible that you won't... In the meantime... Yeah, of course. I was hoping...
And of course, we find out that she's a giant nerd. She reads comic books.
Stay safe
And
out
little, we could impress her by saying that we are the we are the Minister of Mystery. Whatever we are, well, whatever we did. All right, the universe conspires. We got stim packs, rounds, Ripper, cryocell, plasma core. Of course, I'm going to get rid of the Ripper. But the next thing we got to do is down to Welch for the next quest, which is All Hope Hope Remains, which we got to go find, and it's another fetch quest. I got to go find the dog tags of her crewmates. If you start out at Welch and you move your way across to the houses up over there on the above, like up the hillside, you will, eventually end up dealing with a bunch of mole miners if you're not careful. But you might be sneaky enough that you only have to deal with maybe a couple things, like I did with the mole rats that just kind of like showed up. But you're gonna get up on top of this ridge and move your way through some houses, and then you can get to where the crashed wreckage is at. And of course, I stumbled upon this bullshit. Yeah. Wasting my time with some mole rats. Oh, I desecrated a corpse. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, get all... Jeez. I don't have the inventory space for all this shit. And inventory is going to become a lot harder as we get further in, because I have to reorder my specials on one of these. So, okay, through these houses, through these houses, just like I said, follow the thing on the map and on the screen, and you'll be able to get there. Get all the dog tags. We can see that her crew did not survive. Sorry for your loss, but turn in the quest and let's get on
I'll monitor it.
to the next one.
Roger. Stay safe out there.
Roger, over and out. Confirmative. That's all she ever says when she completes the quest. So Hope Remains completed. From that we got purified water, cartridges, Gauss rifle, more cartridges, which I'm going to destroy the Gauss rifle too because I already have one. Alright, Nicholson's End, which is way down the map, near Berkeley, I think it is, between Berkeley and Welch. Beckley and Welch. This one we had to, this was fun. I just moved my way around the outside of Beckley and over to Nicholson's End, which is there's some robots and some super mutants. Fairly simple. Just happened to it's another kill quest. Very easy. Didn't take much to get rid of him. He eventually made his way outside. There was a super mutant that I killed on top. I didn't see any more. Might be more than that, who knows. Alright, well, yeah, we finally discovered the place that we've already been in for a while. Okay. Done what we needed to do. Let's go back.
I was just... Look who's back.
Figured I would stop by and give you this emergency.
Oh, God.
Should help.
More Emerson.
You don't know how relieved I am to hear that.
He's meaning well, but everything about him screams something wrong with him. And I'm not going to say that...
almost nothing.
I'm not going to say that it pays off, my feelings of distrust, but I'm going to tell you right now.
The robot signature.
Wait, the best part about just if anything else, finish the quest line for the option to tell him to go F himself. At the end, it's great. I love it, and I definitely was going to use that one, of course, but
okay, you should do that.
Thanks for the emergence kit.
I'm tracking down some more of them with my con.
Oh, nobody cares. And every time he leaves, I just focus my gun on him. Like, you can't kill him, obviously. Or even if you did, he would come back. But I feel justified in my anger towards him. I don't know.
The signal is tagged with a code.
All right, she gives you more about the next mission, but we're gonna go take care of it. So.
I technically had some training with firearms before. It's not much, but... Roger.
So all hope remains completed, and we're going to get, for our efforts, oh God, come on now. Give it to me. Some of these took a while. Sometimes I got the quest before I got the actual. Purified water, 45 round. Heavy combat armor, right round. Heavy combat armor, right arm. And some more stuff. Heavy odds. Like I said, sometimes I got the next quest before I got the completed quest and the rewards. So, okay. The next one up here is going to be going to Watoga Emergency Services. Not going to be fun on that one. There's a lot of robots around, and unfortunately you got to go inside and deal with now the one thing I have learned, and I don't know that there's any negative consequences from it, and I try to do it. I try to complete an interior location without dying, but quite frankly you don't really need to use stim packs when you're inside someplace, because you get sent back to the beginning. You don't get sent back to somewhere else on the map. You get sent back to the beginning, and you keep everything. You don't even have to go find your dropped loot. So sometimes just being a bull in the china shop and just getting through the entire location and dying several times in the process. If all you care about is finishing off the quest and not, doing it in a certain amount of time or whatever else, then who cares? Like, these things, they're a pain in the ass. They're not that bad, but up top is a formidable foe that we got to deal with. So there you go. Yep, a couple more. He scooted out there like he was a cartoon character. The goals and the robots aside, there's a secondary quest that you could get while you're in here, which is to clear out the area, and that involves this puppy right here, another friendly Wendigo that we always know and love from everywhere we had to deal with. you're going to have to deal with him just for the simple fact that he's in between you and the destination, beginning onto the roof. But it's not required. If you can sneak around him and just, get upstairs on the roof, you can fast travel from up there, and it's not a big deal. But he was a pain in the ass because, of course, he was 2 stars and legendary at that. But we took care of him and just, didn't do the rest of the secondary quest. Didn't care. But we need to get up to the second floor, or up to the third floor, I should say, past him and then around to the back where there's another stairwell that goes up to the roof. The elevator's out of order. But if you go up the steps to the roof, you can then go find the chest that's got what you need. And, of course, there's more robots outside that you're going to have to deal with. But again, and now here's where you're going to have a problem, because if you die out here, you're going to have to fast travel back and work your way back up through the building. But inside, in that area, the little cubby right there, you can see was the item we were looking for. But there's 2 Eyebots and Protectron. Sometimes there might be more, you never know. But took care of them fairly easy to deal with. There's actually a power armor suit. I didn't even see it. I wasn't even paying attention. But inside this trunk is the deep sleep routine. And with that, we can either take care of this or just get the hell out of Dodge. I have not seen that you cannot fast travel when there's problems. But if you go into your map while these things are attacking you, you're liable to die. So, alright. Whoops. He's behind me. Just get rid of him, and then we can get out of here. Wait for it. Oh, he's not doing so good. I'm not doing so good either, but he's not doing good at all. But he's done. Alright, back to her, and give her the deep sleep routine. And I think the thing was, it was like whale noises. It was like quieting the headaches, and of course,
I'll start to investigate other signals too.
something around here. I don't know what the hell it is, but something's making noises.
Would be soothing to
There's
listen
like
to that.
oh, what the hell is that? Oh my goodness. Okay.
They're strange.
Apparently we got a visitor,
I felt like
but they're not hostile at least.
in a way. I don't.
It's like they're going our little dialogue here. I accidentally flirted with her. I didn't mean to, but yeah, okay. What are you, anyways? Oh, you're a traveling merchant. All right, never mind. We don't care. Do not care. All right, Ally Heavy Eyes quest super stimpak 45 rounds and a planned shadowed karma armor plant. Like that's pretty good. So next one up is going to be patently false. And for this one, we got to travel to, another favorite place, the Caravan mining headquarters, full of robots. Oh shit! Once you get inside, if you can either take them out or sneak past them. Again, you can die as many times as you want to in here. Won't matter. As far as I've never seen any kind of negative, consequences for doing so. It's up to you whether how you want to do it. If you can try to sneak around them, you can. But you want to get to the far left doorway, not straight ahead, but like say if you're looking at a clock, about 11 or 10. Once you go in there and down into this area, there's like a little screen and a little recessed area. Of course, it's got a robo-brain that you're going to have to deal with, and I happened to find a Gatling gun, which helped me. Of course, I'm going to have to leave it here because I do not have the inventory space for it. But down over the edge at the bottom, there is a filing cabinet that has the item that you need, which is the designer sleeper pod, the sleeper pod design for her. I know. Look, I got a challenge completion. All right. Let her finish off her dialogue quests, and then that gets us to the next quest, which is privacy violation.
Roger.
Okay, patently false. What is our rewards for this one? Again, your mileage may vary. I was quite happy with getting the combat armor that I got. Stimpak Super, combat armor leg, right leg. Again, I had all metal, and I had like a couple of heavy combat armor items, but I've switched them out, and now I'm rocking fully rocking the combat armor. Okay, If you saw it on the map, we're going to Braxton Quality Medical Supplies. It's no down towards the remote corner of Appalachia, down on the by the reservoir, like again by Riley Clay's bunker, the Crevice Dam, all that places. Dire Chemicals, probably like due southwest. There was probably some super mutants, but the Brotherhood of Steel were there, took them out. So I went in and got what I needed, and got back out.
Transfer them to... What were they doing?
Fairly simple fetch quest.
It was a biomedical.
Oh, and then guess who shows up again? Creepy Emerson. Can't take a hint.
I don't know the details anymore.
But this was the medical records we had to go retrieve.
You get that, right?
It wasn't decades.
And it's kind of like you start to learn more like, hey, guess what? Emerson knows more than he's let on, and if you have a high enough level skill, you can get him to spill the beans on it. We're going to find out a lot more that we really don't want to know about, but that's going to be a couple of quests later on.
Fine, I will.
Okay, privacy violation completed. And
We just have to...
we're going to start the next quest, which is called Contractually Obfuscated.
This stuff caused my
Nice
headaches.
$10 word for you. Where we got to get
While I was looking
Serum
for a
K.
sleeper- Roger. Stay safe out there.
So we got right away 45 rounds and a shish kebab. Again, I'm going to get rid of the shish kebab because I don't really use them. But yeah, so this one here, we've got to go to the Charleston Capitol Building. That should be something new. Now, Charleston Capitol Building is quite full of ghouls and other things, but you really don't have to deal with them that much. If you go up the top and sneak in, there's some scorched on the rooftops, but once you get inside, there's like maybe 3 at most ghouls that you got to deal with before you can find the information you're looking for. And it's remember Sam Blackwell? We've talked about him, and we had him. The government contract is in the room next to him, his office. But like I said, we have a couple here we got to deal with. Once we get rid of those ghouls, we've been in the Charleston. I mean, up until this point, I don't know when you in your game play maybe have encountered the Charleston Capitol Building. I've been in it like several times for the quest for Rose and a couple other things I've been in here, so I'm pretty well familiar with the area. And like I said, you don't deal with these 2 ghouls. You can then go into the room that is next. Again, follow this dot on the map. It tells you where to go. We can retrieve the government contract from the office next to Sam Blackwell's. Fairly straightforward fetch quest. Just checking my 6s, checking everywhere else. Checking other terms, my 9s, my 12s, whatever. Filing cabinet, get the government contract, and you are good to go. This is from Park Dose Pharmacy, by the way. So, already, well, where is she? Oh, dude, she's behind me. What the hell?
Figures. In the meantime, let's just eliminate that rogue USSA robot that... Back in my college days, we used to watch robots fight in the basement of the science building. You know, if they ever... Agreed. No. Okay. Roger.
Roger. Contractually obfuscated has been completed. And for that, we are going to get some nice stuff. Purified water charge, a short radium rifle. Short radium rifle. Interesting. And then we're on to the next quest, which is boot camp. And we got to go and do another destroy robot quest, which is out at the New Appalachian Central Train Yard. Been there before. Just kind of wander about until you find the thing. There's a bunch of ghouls here, so be sure to be careful about taking care of them in your efforts to go find this Protectron and destroy it. See it right there, obviously in the middle of just making a lot of noise. Take him out. That's all you're required to do. Alrighty. Loot him. Watch out for other ghouls. Whoop! Hello! Oh, now I gotta deal with the fire. trying to get to him. Okay, there we go. He went far. Holy crap. Oh, and there's a goal. Watch out for him. Got the algorithm update, and we can get
I
back.
was wondering if you were coming
Alright,
back.
again, she's moved. Where the hell? Where the? She's all the way over there. Alrighty.
Same as the other USSA rope. Are you with me on this, my friend? Please. Come. It means so much. I couldn't have done any. Locating that medical camp, I suddenly realized that the expression milk run might not have... It's probably... Affirmative. Out.
Okay, quest completed. We're going to get some reward out of that. 6 right away. Charges heavy combat armor left arm. See, again, I don't know about you, but I got some good loot from this quest. Next thing we're going to go to is the Robco Research Center, which is down in the Cranberry Bog. Blake's Offering is nearby, so is the Steakhouse and the Max Farm. It's this big, huge building right there. This one, not fairly simple. There are some robots about. In fact, there's a sentry robot at the top of that wall there, by that green pillar. I've just decided to avoid the robots as much as possible. Sneaking around, different location, sneaking on a just going around the outside to get to the to the back. We got to go to the back and find the cargo area, or the loading area, I should say, the loading dock area. But it's a long walk to get there, and there you can see this. The backstory, of course, is probably having to do with the fact that there were robots that were taking jobs of humans, and there was protest about it all from the Robco Center. From the Robco Corporation, and you can see there's actually the ones you can loot. I don't know why I didn't kill these things, but there's a ton of loot to be gotten, and there's still a ton of robots around, especially, like I said, that sentry robot, which is not one you really want to deal with. And there's some protectrons to the right on the like the parking garage area, the stairwell. But the main point is that you got to get to the back of the building, and once you get there, there's a couple of robo-brains to deal with in the loading dock area, which we will get to here. Yep, there he is. Hello. Whoops. Don't want to deal with him. We're going to just back away and figure another way around. I don't want to deal with I'm not going to deal with them. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Well... He blew up some stuff. Alright. Snuck around him to the back of the building, like I said. Looks like there should be some super mutants, but I didn't see any. It's been mostly robots. In the back over this wall, down the steps, and then you can see there is some robo-brains to deal with, and there's a cooler sitting on a shelf behind them. And thank you, Mysterious Stranger, for showing up and helping a little bit. Still a lot of mop up to do with these guys before we can even get to me. But once we get rid of that, just get rid of them. Bye! Once he's done, go get the Serum Z, and then you can head back after you clear out everything.
Hey, you.
Hey, we got
Hey
Sophia,
there.
and guess who's here?
Thanks. We have some questions.
Watch out, dude gets all defensive and starts backing up when I start asking questions. I know that's an NPC glitch, but it's hilarious to watch him say, "I don't know what you're talking about," as he Homer Simpsons back into the bushes. So yeah, we're going to find out some more from him on the situation, but let's get through the dialogue, shall we?
I'm a different man now. I have been trying to help when I came to...
Why can't you just tell me everything?
Because I have to finish my job too. I had one more task to do here in Appalachia, and I'm close. I have to go.
So it's real. Serum. Part of me wonders if Emerson... it was rather easy to... I'll be right here then. Don't worry, you don't miss that much. Oh, I shot 3 flying insects while you were dealing with the USSA robot. Then I traded their parts to Grom when he passed by. And, well... Here. Affirmative. Out.
Alright. Past expiration completed. Our reward is 6 purified water, some electromagnetic cartridges, an assault rifle, and more ammo. Not a big deal. So now we gotta go kill another Robo-Brain. And this is at Moth Home in the mire. Fun. If you're lucky, you won't run into the Mothman, but it's quite possible that you can. But the best thing about it is you can sneak past it. So, alright. You can sneak past most of the stuff, I should say. I think we only had to deal with like maybe one cultist that really, you know, was more about killing the Robo-Brain. He came right to us. So, just kind of like sneaking around the edges here. Don't have to really get involved with anything. But, just get around. Oops. There's a tree stump here. He's right up in there. Come on, dude. Didn't even really, you know, not even dealing with the... yeah, I don't think you even have to deal with the cultist. That big of a problem. Just get rid of the Robo-Brain. Fairly simple. Boom. In fact, there's something wrong with this one. He didn't actually... he didn't spray any smoke at me, which is usually what they do. But just run away a little bit, and then you can travel. Go back to her, turn it in, and we can
of these are high security signals. Things
take on the next one.
Sleep projects. Other projects too. Ones I don't know much about. From the signature of this... Can you stop by and pick... Yes, I suspect it's a holotape, but it isn't an unusual place. As if it was moved here to hide it, maybe. Oh, be still, my beating heart. That sounds like a dream come true, my dear friend. I thought... Not surprised. And there were a great many of them. Or... Affirmative.
Affirmative out. No-brainer completed. I have to keep dumping my inventory because I am so full of stuff every time I do one of these quests. We get right away some 45 rounds, auto grenade launcher, gamma rounds, and a mini nuke. Ooh, those are big ticket items. Oh boy. Next calling long distance, this is going to take us to the flooded train yard. This one is not going to be fun. The flooded train yard down in the bog area. But it's this is yeah. There are a lot of, and there's a quest to clear it out. I'm not doing it because I've dealt with enough. I mean, just trying to get to this train car alone is hard enough, but having to do with all these snallygasters, and there are some high level ones at that, or I should say legendary or glowing or variant of some, you know, nastiness that you have to deal with. But I made my way around the outside. Oh shit! Yikes! Ooh, sneak around where you can't see me. Get inside. There's a trunk here. Grab what you need. Deep sleep. Phase 2. Alright, let's get out of here. We can just fast travel back. We don't need to do anything else. Oh, and we listened to the tape that pretty much explains everything.
A lot of these are high security signals.
Pretty much explains everything. You mean, yeah, it tells you what happened, basically. And that's why they died and why she didn't. So, okay. So this whole Athena, Arachne, Artemis stuff is all Greek mythology, and are all tied to each other, strong women in Greek mythology. Athena, the god goddess of war,
It
but
was a war
justice.
between the US I
And
was asleep in the
Arachne
pond.
was
They
web,
were, however,
it's basically a spider. Arachnid, that kind of thing. And Artemis was the goddess of the hunt. Yeah. So we're going to find out that there is a artificial intelligence or a computer called, that is pretty much basically like
Affirmative.
invading your dreams or causing all of the headaches. So, and we need to do something about it. So calling long distance is done. What is our reward? Stim packs, rounds, shish kebab. Yeah. But next up, we gotta go, like I said, who sat down beside her has to deal with Arachne. And it's at the Uncanny Caverns. The Uncanny Caverns is this big word on the map. It's near some stuff. Not far to get to, but, get there. And you don't have to, there's no interior. It's not like a cave or anything like that. But there could be some high-level Mirelurk kings hanging about. And, of course, cave crickets. Not that big a thing. Just got to deal with the Mirelurks, and the cave crickets get inside there, and you can get what we need to get. But in case you want to know, it's a I can give you the backstory. I have a little bit of Greek mythology background. She basically, well, I'm sorry, I was watching the screen. She basically was, a weaver of some sort, did linens and all that, and then actually turned into a spider. Probably, a lot of times, all these things, they get turned into other things due to hubris, and they call out things. But, a lot of times, if you think about it, Athena gets jealous. She turned, basically, there's a contest, there's a whole thing was about a contest, and, Arachne was supposed to be this, great weaver, and, yeah. She transformed her into a spider, just much like Athena transformed a very beautiful woman into Medusa. So, just to give you I was trying to figure a way to just, give you a very, very brief synopsis of what it was, not the entire whole mythology of the story of the whole contest and the weaving contest that she was in. But so yeah, oh shit, damn creepy. Ooh, these things are creepy looking. But yeah, inside there is there's a desk or whatever you can find, or a tool chest, I should say, to get the item, and then we can just sneak on back.
Hey, friend.
Ba-doop, ba-doop.
Welcome back. You're both here. Good. I know
Yay.
about
Ooh.
Athena, Emerson.
Oh,
You should
damn it.
know that
This
her-
guy.
What the hell are you talking about? Let me see. So, we can destroy Athena. With this.
Don't you understand? She's watching you. Watching us. Right now. I had hoped that Dr. Noack created some sort of shutdown routine for Athena.
This has to end.
Well, actually you did. The contracts were very thorough and extremely obtuse. You could have never known. Yes. I figured.
I found the kill switch with the scanner. Seems like it was written by somebody else.
I'll show you where you need to go. In some sort of, I don't know, revenge. I wish I could change. I'll make this right. I promise. And thank you, Sophia. Your ship crashed here because Athena. You need to find a way. I'm sorry.
So, this is a kill switch, huh? Once Athena's dealt with, we need a USSA act. I just want this money. In theory.
All right, coming up is sort of a two-parter in a sense. Somewhat easy first part, somewhat hard second part. But Who Sat Down Beside Her has been completed, and for that we got the following. Right away, grenade rounds, and a heavy combat armor chest piece. So I pretty much have the entire set. Next one we're going to do is Lab Rat, which is this US 13C bivouac. If you know, there's a couple other places. It's near the National Radio Astronomy Research Center. It's southwest of that. But it's basically these tents where you have to retrieve this USSA key card. However, it is guarded by a glowing one and some other ghouls, so be very, very careful. Jesus, he's a big, bloated fella. Oh my, okay, alright, well, we're in trouble. God, get done with this and come back into this tent. And it is there in a footlocker. So, alright, everything we need here is done. This is the easiest or shortest quest you'll ever have to deal with. But the last one is going to take a while. Alright, let's turn it in.
This looks easy.
Get what we want. Or get what we are owed.
Maybe there. So go there. See if you can shut it down first. I believe in you, friend.
Alright, that's been completed. Gonna get our reward, which is Stimpack Super 45 round minigun. Well, I have a minigun, so I'm gonna just destroy this one. But yeah, alright, anyway, that completes the whole Woman Who Fell to Earth, that quest that we started way back when, but now we have to do a couple more, 2 quests at the Sugar Grove, which is near the bivouac. You gotta get into the Sugar Grove. I think I snuck around at one time, but we gotta like deal with it head on. There's definitely a few robots to deal with inside, including a gunner, a gun. Those things, the things we hate. But we got to get past those. I think I cleared it out. I forgot to go to the bivouac, and I came here, and I didn't realize I was like in the wrong spot, so I ended up doing a hell of a lot of work here that I didn't need to do. But oops, and I forgot about the Mr. Gusty that was guarding the door. So we're gonna take care of him, and then we have to get inside. And it's fairly, it's gonna be a long slog to get through where we need to get to. There's a lot of robots to deal with, but once you get around them, and I'm gonna warn you now, there is one Assaultatron that you're gonna have to deal with is in your way. But other than that, everything else is pretty much standard fare as far as robots are concerned. So once we get in, again, there's a Mr. Gusty here. You can either choose to sneak past it. I highly doubt you're going to get very far, but you do you. I think I eventually ended up having to take it out anyways, just because it was in my way and wasn't going to go anywhere. So, yeah, that happens. Just wait, maybe he'll go away. Maybe he won't. Or maybe he'll just... okay. I don't know what happened there. Alright, once you get through that area, you go down to the bottom of the steps, there's a couple more turrets to have to deal with on the ceiling. Just be careful, they are rough. They'll rip through you. And then, of course, you get down to the hallway, and then there's another... another Mr. Gusty, and then as you go along, the whole path, then there is, of course, a Assaultatron that decides to show its ugly head. And, yeah, oh boy. Ooh, take his ass out. Once he's done, you can continue. Ooh, I can make a blade. Work your way up through to the data center, through the server room. There's a few rad roaches you got to deal with in here. Nothing huge. Fairly simple. But in the back of the room, there is a doorway that goes into the data center. Blech. We're almost there. Just work your way through. Just keep going. Yeah, I think there's another thing in here, but I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just going to move along. Just get to the end. So yeah, go through this door. That leads you to the Sugar Grove Data Center. And then we have a long, drawn-out conversation with everybody. We got to use our key card to get in here. Oop. Come on. And then there's another Assaultatron, but don't worry, that's Artemis. That's an assault that, you know.
Security.
Really nothing that she's going to do
0.
at any time. But around up on top here is where Athena is. And then, you know, you have a long conversation about the nature of being and the nature of pain and the nature of free will. Once you get through all of this, now, I will say before you get to this point, and I should have said it earlier, if you have the ability to give yourself 15 luck through reshuffling of your cards, give yourself 15 luck because you can have the option to either shut her down or install her into Artemis. There's no negative consequences for doing either. There's some different dialogue choices. However, if you shut her down, no harm, no foul, whatever. If you put her consciousness into Artemis, Artemis then becomes a traveling merchant, I guess, in a sense, and will show up at your camp every so often and give you some high-value loot to buy. So that, you know, again, there's no sense in not doing it. There's no negative consequence to doing it. So the option is you get the choice of having somebody that you can buy some high-powered stuff off of. But you do you. But again, I had to reshuffle everything at the train station to give myself 15 luck. Otherwise, I was not going to be able to have that option available to me. So I need to go back and reshuffle everything back to the way I wanted it to. But what that did do was it really severely limited my carry weight, which is I was already screwed to begin with. But so yeah. So this is pretty much it. Just get through this entire segment, and then we get to the best payoff, better than anything I've gotten as a reward in this quest. The best payoff ever.
You want to end it? You were never. I don't.
Executing protocol Omega X15. Resetting connections. Subjects reset. Existing pathways closed. Reverting input pathways to local Assaultron. Artemis Model 12. Updating interaction processes. Limited output enabled.
Activated. Pathways open. Limited control granted to remote system. Access granted.
Ugh! My head! What's happening?
Control detected. Confirmed. This unit is mobile. This unit has no higher processing functions. This unit has no pain receptors. Accessing ethical parameters. Confirmed. Accepted.
You have freed me. I can leave this place. Thank you. Thank you.
Sophia! Are you all right?
Emerson. Not now. Is it over? Did she seem happy?
I don't know if that was a wise choice, friends.
What harm could giving her some autonomy do exactly? She's been trapped in a hell of your making.
Yeah, and pretty much here it comes.
My headaches are
Like I said, the best payoff ever this entire game, this entire quest line, is the dialogue option that is pretty much coming up here right now to tell
Emerson.
what this guy in the straw hat.
It's been decades. Please do not visit.
Please do not visit. Please just go away. I can just tell him with the strength of +4 to kindly off and never return, and I will do so. He pretty much just disappears, and I honestly, what's the point of even having him around? He's just he's a douchebag so, with a bad mustache. So he takes it personally. I don't really care. Okay, well, bye. Basically, they both leave
Thank you, my dear.
the area, and you have to meet up with Sophia later at camp. And it did take a while. I actually just got out of the game for a little bit, and when I came back in, she was back at the camp. But they pretty much just leave Oh, now that that's all over, let's get this done so I can be done.
It's always good. I'm glad.
I'm glad.
I thought Athena was a monster, but she was...
Yeah. I'm glad it all
I have
worked
to
out.
say something, and I know it might...
Oh my.
I fell to Earth, and literally anybody could have met me. Most people would have shivved me for my suit alone. So...
Well, thank you.
The great... Everything's over? Where does that really leave
I mean,
us?
I need to, like, clean this up.
So much fun here.
I don't know where you're gonna... I don't know.
This is your home, not mine.
Okay.
Between
Whatever.
The headaches and thanks to you. And given how life is...
Friends!
Sure, friends let you crash on their couch, but
Yeah, okay.
obviously I've had misguided.
Alright. We're keeping it platonic. How about that? Elevate Exterminator's Trapper left arm. Woo! Look at that. 15 damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mission out of control completed. That completes all of the quests. The main quests, I guess. Well, the main side quests for this ally mission. There's some Radiant quests that you can still do with her, but I'm not even going to bother with those at this point because yes. My goodness, I got no room in my inventory for any of this shit. Okay, so yeah, there's a close encounter, data-driven, expired contract, faint signal, glitchcraft, and space limitations. Those are Radiant quests that keep happening. But as you can see, I am... Whew! My goodness. Okay, we're done for now. We'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.
Oh, I can't get over how much better I feel.
Well, there you go. Maybe don't go out drinking all night, huh?
Barely.
All right. Yeah, we're done. We'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me pause and say that we are going to take a little break. Probably. I ran into a wall with this one where I had to do all this other side stuff and try to get it, and I had like weeks upon weeks of backlog, and now I don't. So give me some time to build some more back up, and we'll be back. I got 5 videos running a week, and I am only. I should say I'm pretty much out of backlogs, so I'm doing these on the fly. So I'm sorry, I just don't have it. I'm pressed for time, but we'll get back to you as soon as we can with more episodes, and we'll see you next time. Then, whenever we do it. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.